Welcome to the podcast. Today I've got Carm with me. Carm, over 100,000 followers on social media, football content creator. Mate, welcome. Pleasure to have you on here.
Thank you for having me. I'm very
Mate,
excited.
over 100,000 followers.
Like I can't. Sometimes I don't believe in myself. There's times where I think over 100,000 people see my face, and decide to click follow, and it's like I still can't comprehend it. It's insane to me, honestly.
Mate, we'll get on to it. It'd be great to hear about that journey. But what's your team? Who's your team for everyone? I think I know it is. But
Yeah,
tell everyone who your team is.
Arsenal fan, big Arsenal fan. Ever since I was a little kid. Um, yeah, that's never gonna change. I don't think.
Yeah,
So
you can't
yeah,
change
big
it,
Arsenal
mate.
fan.
What was it? Was it your family? Were they Arsenal?
Yeah, my big brother, he was a lot in foot. Basically, a lot of what I've got into was because of my older brother. He supported Arsenal, and then from there, I remember games where we won FA Cups and like the North London derbies. Those ring out a bell, and he was always buying Arsenal kits and stuff. So it's from there. I think it's because of family. He sort of growing to support that club. So it's mainly my older brother. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, and for my sins, I'm a Spurs fan, so those North London derbies, they're not too good for me.
To be fair,
I remember.
You had a number a couple years back, but obviously this
Yeah, the
last
table.
couple of years it's been very very one sided, and I'm glad it's that way. To be fair, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Could you get a worse year for a Spurs fan? Looks like we might be going down, and Arsenal look like they're going to win the league and potentially Champions League as well. The way they've
Yeah,
been playing, it doesn't get worse.
genuinely, I don't think if that happens, I don't think a Spurs fan can ever say
Yeah,
anything about Arsenal. Genuinely,
we're going to
like
go hiding, mate.
yeah,
We're hiding.
to the point where it's not even. I actually kind of feel bad because you kind of need, as big as Spurs are, you kind of need that product and establishment in the Premier League. So for them to get relegated is just a massive loss, especially in the Premier League and financially for Spurs, big time. But hey, I'm not complaining. I'm
I
not
know,
complaining.
but it's funny, right? Because I was talking to some of my mates about this. Like, as much as like they're Arsenal fans and there's a good rivalry, you won't have that fixture next year, and surely
Yeah,
you'll be like, it's a good game, right? The North London
yeah,
derby is great. To have a season when you haven't got that is going to be
yeah. It's
pretty
very weird.
strange.
But I'm trying to look at it as from teams whose rivals are not in the league. For example, Newcastle didn't have Sunderland in the Premier League for a long time, so it's a thing where just gotta live through it, sort of thing. We're used to Spurs being behind us anyway, so
Oh,
yeah.
mate.
I don't
Already
mind them in the
doing it.
championship.
You're
I don't mind.
getting me. Mate, tell us about your content journey. So, like we've already mentioned, you've got a great following, but what's been your story there? What got into football content creation? Obviously, you're a football fan, but what's the journey been like?
Yeah, it's almost been like I've meant to do this sort of thing. Like it started 2025 of start of the year, January. So I was seeing a lot of my friends start posting, and I always had this like inkling in the back of my head, oh, why not post? Because I always saw myself, making content, but I just didn't know when to start, sort of thing. And obviously the New Year's came around, and obviously I wanted to do some of my resolutions, and one of them was to start making content. And I always had that barrier of just, should I start? What are people gonna think? Or if they see me, would they make any doubts
Yeah.
about me and stuff like that? So I just brushed that aside, and I was just thought, why not post? So from January 2025, I started posting, and like my second, third video got like 300k views, and I was like, wow, it
Wow.
gave me a serious buzz. And from there, I just kept posting and posting, and yeah, I've done very well. There was a period where I was um making content about FIFA songs, and that just took off. It got me to around like 20,000 until I got hacked. So then
Oh no, gutted.
that was around April, May. Yeah, that was around April, May, and I was thinking to myself, I gave it a good go. Maybe this content thing's not for me, sort of thing. So I started another one, just just to post for fun, without any labels or pressure on it, sort of thing. And then I made another trend where I was just reacting to like viral goals and stuff, and that took off as well. And I'm thinking maybe it's a blessing in disguise, sort of thing. So from April, May to now, I've just managed to get this massive following and a platform, and it's insane, genuinely. So from there.
Well, congratulations, mate. Obviously, a lot of hard work, and like you said, looks like you're made for it, mate. You got the gift of the gab.
I'm trying like with content. It's like it's just you gotta be yourself. You don't want to be someone you're not.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and that's why I try to be like I try to just be myself, and I want to think outside the box. Like I don't want to sort of follow a crowd, and I try to do that. And luckily, I try to be as relatable as possible, sort of thing. And I'm glad people can relate, follow me, and I get a lot of support from that, and that just gives me more motivation to keep posting. So I try. There's still a lot of things I can improve on and work on. So that's a lovely thing about content. Like it's a space where you can meet so many people, and like they motivate you and you get inspired by other content creators. Just like I'm glad I'm in this industry sort of thing
yeah.
because it's where you want to be sort of thing.
And you're doing something you love, right? I think
Yeah.
I had this chat with someone else on a different episode, and football's a really strange thing. It's so ingrained into everything that we do as like football fans.
Mm.
I love it. It's a real passion, and most football fans are like that, right? It means a lot. So pretty cool that you can do that for your job as well.
It's amazing. I wouldn't have it any other way. Any other way.
Well done, mate. Well done. We're going to get onto
Thank you.
some bits now. So I've tasked Carm for to give me a couple of things. So first of all, we're going to go through your Premier League team of the season so far. So your team of the season so far. First of all, what formation have you gone with?
4-2-3-1.
Yeah,
Um, that's the basic one
yeah.
that goes for nowadays. 4-2-3-1 is what I'll go for.
Okay. Right, let's start with the goalkeeper. Who's in goal?
For me, no brainer is David Raya. I think he is phenomenal. I mean, there's a toss up between Donnarumma. I think there's a stretch in the season where Donnarumma was pulling out unbelievable saves and he was single handedly almost keeping Man City in games. But throughout the stretch of the season, I don't think David Raya's put a foot wrong. I think on the ball he's the best, arguably the best in the league. His cross claim is arguably the best in the league. His shot stop is arguably the best in the league. So in every department, he is one of the best in the league. He's got the pedigree from previous seasons, obviously winning the Golden Boot, obviously this season front runner for the Golden Boot. And I think the way he can spring to make saves, he's so athletic. He's like a cat almost.
Yeah,
Sensational goalkeeper. He's my goalkeeper for me.
yeah. He's so good. I think there's that one mistake with Gabriel, right? But other than
Yeah,
that, there's
yeah.
nothing
Other than
else.
that, yeah,
I was
yeah.
making this argument. I think he's got to be up there as one of the best in the world. And I'm a Spurs
Mm,
fan, and I'm saying that. There
yeah,
was an interview that I've watched. I think it was when he was signed for Brentford. The scout or the goalkeeping coach, I can't remember who it was, said that I think he's going to be world class, and I think he was at Blackburn at the time.
yeah,
And a couple of people, like, I don't see him. Like, I think he's
yeah,
good, but I don't see him getting like to that level.
yeah.
For Arteta to bring him in and displace Ramsdale, put trust in him, he's so good, mate. What a good decision that's been.
What a keeper, honestly. What an
What a
upgrade.
keeper. Yeah, mate, great choice. Right back.
Right back, it was a toss up between two. It was a toss between Reece James and Timber, but I just feel like what Reece James can do, like especially for Chelsea this season, he's popped up in some big moments as well. So you can win games from right back. Obviously, you can play in the midfield, but I just think as a footballer, like there's not many better than him in the league. He has everything in his game. He's physical. He's on the ball. He's so reliable, especially 1v1. Not many people can get past him. I think Timber, on the other hand, has been so consistent, so good. But I think the only thing that lacks in his game is his final ball. His delivery can be inconsistent, can be wayward, but yeah, I think Reece James tips it for me.
Yeah, arguably the best right back in the world. I think Hakimi is probably the other person that's in there. I
Yeah.
think Trent Alexander-Arnold's not going to be happy, right? What's going to happen to him with the England squad?
Honestly, I'm the biggest Trent fan. Like, I think he's the greatest right back I've ever seen, purely of what he can do on a football pitch. But I think there's always this talk and narrative and stigma around his defensive capabilities and where that's taken him back from, the opportunity of playing in the World Cup for England and or consistently playing for Real Madrid. But I just feel like once he gets a run of games, once he get the best of Trent, he's the best right back in the world. But it's just a shame he's not doing it on a consistent basis for
Yeah.
me. That's why I think Reece James, when he's fit, he's obviously going to be England starter for the World
He's
Cup.
so good. He's so good, Reece
Yeah,
James, and he's got absolutely everything. Fair play, great
yeah.
shout, mate. But I think honourable shout for Timber. I do like that. Centre backs, I think I know one of them, but who's your centre backs?
Um, definitely one of them is Gabriel. That's a no-brainer. I feel like he's the talk of the town the whole season. Um, if there's one centre back you talk about in world football, it's Gabriel. In both boxes, he's elite. Defensively, he's so colossal. He's so commanding in the box, and obviously going forward, you don't want to mark Gabriel. He's so threatening from set pieces, and yeah, I think he's just come up trumps this season. I've seen a different side of Gabriel. Like he's such a leader. He's so commanding, but
Yeah,
yeah,
he's gone
Gabriel
up a
is
gear, mate.
he's a no brainer for me, Gabriel.
Nice. And who's your other centre half?
Saliba. So his right hand man, I think Saliba. I think personally for me, you could say he's probably arguably had a better season than Gabriel. I think it just goes unnoticed. He is the perfect centre back in my eyes. Like he has no fault in his game. He's so consistent, and I feel like there's not much praise going towards Saliba and compared to the two. I think
Yeah.
Saliba's phenomenal, man. I think he's the best in the world. He's unbelievable.
Wow.
Yeah.
Statement right here. Best in the world,
He
Saliba.
generally is the best. I love Saliba. He's so good, and I feel like he's coming into his prime years now. And I don't think. I mean, obviously Van Dijk is obviously tailing towards the end of his career, so I think he's next in line. So I think Saliba's he's going to be within the next 5 to 6 years the outright best. Like I think he's the potential to be an all time great. He's so good.
Wow. Statements right here. I
Yeah.
like it though. I like it. Good. Who's your left back?
Left back, I feel like out of all the positions in the league, there's not real no standout, but obviously the best consistently is gotta be Nico O'Reilly, I think, for Man City. He's come in, obviously not an out and out fullback, but he's come in so reliable, does the job defensively, so consistent, chipped in with a few goals, and I think for Man City he's arguably been their best player this season. So I think Nico O'Reilly, he's so young, he's so talented.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a great shout.
yeah, I think Calafiori would have been a shout from I'd say till he got injured up until like November, December. But yeah, Nico O'Reilly's been top. He's been top.
Does he start for England for you?
I mean, with the way Lewis Hall has been playing,
That's the
I
thing, because
think
Lewis
form.
Hall's
I
another
think
one, right? Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
he's
I think
played
I think
well.
form comes into it, but I think Nico O'Reilly's off the stretch of the season, and he has been playing under Tuchel. I think it'll be surprising if he wasn't to play Nico O'Reilly for the World Cup. I think
Yeah,
Lewis Hall has been unbelievable though the last couple of months.
two decent options they've got there.
Yeah,
But
two
mate,
very, very good options.
not a bad defence you've got so far. Pretty
Yeah,
good
not bad.
defence. Right,
Yeah.
so you got the two holders. Am I right? Are they two holders?
Yeah, I will go to a 6 and an 8, however you want to
Six
play
and an
it.
eight. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So who's your six?
My six is Declan Rice.
Six.
Declan Rice is my six. I think I could have said Caicedo, but two of my midfielders obviously are more advanced. So the
Okay.
deepest out of the three would be Declan Rice. Arguably the best midfielder in the world, the most consistent player in the Premier League. Arguably, you could say I don't think he has any flaws in his game defensively going forward. Chips in with goals, and he's doing that at such a consistent rate, high level. Like he's probably the most dependable player in the Premier League. I can't remember a bad Declan Rice game. Like he is just on another level.
Looking like money well spent now, though, isn't it? We're all
Like a
saying,
bargain. It's
"God,
like a bargain to me. Yeah,
mate, over
honestly.
100 million. What are you talking about?" And now we're going, oh, "Mate, give me
Yeah,
another one of those."
yeah. It's another self. If only there was a couple more Declan Rices out in the world, but yeah, he's phenomenal. He's one of one. He's a joke.
I agree. I would probably argue he's the best midfielder in the world.
Yeah,
I can't sit here and say me. There's some other players that are pretty decent, but I don't know if they're better all round midfield than him. Great
yeah,
shout, mate. I think Declan Rice is probably in most people's team.
yeah.
Who's your number eight?
My number eight. A lot of people won't say this, but I've gone with Dominic Soboslai. I think I've watched him this season, and I think, wow, where would Liverpool be without him? Honestly, and to top it off, obviously the free kicks and his ball striking ability is second to none. I think he's just been so consistent in games where you need someone to obviously take the game by the scruff of the neck or take the sting out of games, run games. I think Soboslai is the man. So consistent off the ball, on the ball, like he doesn't put a foot wrong. And I feel like he's kind of similar to Declan Rice in the sense that he's just consistently playing well. Like I can't
Yeah.
remember, I can't think of a bad um Szoboszlai game, but I think he's phenomenal. He's been Liverpool's
Oh,
best player this season. He's top.
he is top. I feel like this season he's got a bit of arrogance about him. He's sort of like,
Yeah,
I'm the guy, like chest
yeah,
out. I am the guy. Fair play to him. He's bagging free kicks. The one against Spurs, I will say, bad goalkeeping,
yeah, yeah.
but yeah, mate, he's been quality. It's a great shout. Great team so far. So, have you got a right winger?
Right winger would have to be is I feel like with the wingers, it's not much of a good selection. Um, I think right winger Semenyo, for Bournemouth and for Man City, he's been unbelievable. The fact that you can tell he's with that level because he's joined from Bournemouth, he's joined from Man City, and he almost like he's been playing for City the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
Chipped in with very good goals. Even for Bournemouth, like he's been so good. He's so dynamic, so direct. Score with his left and right foot. He's probably been the best performing winger in the league. So yeah, I think Semenyo is a given.
mate, I think he's a given as well. Fair shout. And you mentioned something there. I was gonna. What foot is he?
I know. I genuinely don't know. I think he's right footed. I'm not too sure, but he's so good either foot. You genuinely don't know. Like it's
Yeah,
insane. He's
he's
unbelievable.
so good on each foot. What a
Yeah,
player, mate. Great signing, and he's hit the ground running in Man City. So
yeah,
I think it's a
unbelievable.
fair shout. So have you got a number 10?
Number 10. Yeah, I've got a number 10. He's the talk of the town at the minute. Shouts for PFA Player of the Year. Bruno Fernandes. You can't not put him in the team. He's been unbelievable ever since Carrick's come in. Even then, he's playing under Amram. He's played deeper, and he can still sees he's unbelievable. By far the best player. And when Carrick's come in, he's played where his natural position, and you can just tell the way he can create chances for his teammates is generally second to none. By far the best creator in the league. He's got 16 assists in the league, something like that. But his set piece delivery is a joke. Pinpoint every time. I think Bruno Fernandes. He's arguably you can make a case for him being the best player in the league. Also, he's been phenomenal.
Yeah, he's so good, mate. And
Honestly,
there was talks of him moving, right? But Man United fans are really happy that he stayed around. The thing
yeah,
with him, you always get roughly 10 goals, 10 assists
yeah.
each season from Bruno
Honestly,
Fernandes, and
he's a
that is
joke.
so hard to do that each year,
Yeah.
mate. This team's looking good. Who's on the left?
There's not many to choose from left. I mean, I could have put Semenyo left wing and put you can interchange. I'm gonna go with Harry Wilson. It's an underrated shout. I'm probably missing out on a few, but I think Harry Wilson for what he's done for Fulham, some of the goals he scored this season, I think, wow, mate. Honestly, I think he's been Fulham's best player going forward. The way he can pop in centrally and just get shot off. Harry Wilson, he's been very, very impressive for me.
Yeah, mate, it's a great shout. His contract's up in the summer as well,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
there's
it is. Yeah,
discussion around what's going to happen there. I think Fulham are trying to get him to sign a new deal, but I did see rumours that Aston Villa are sniffing around.
that
Pretty
makes
good
sense.
sign. That'd be a
Yeah,
great free signing for anyone, though, wouldn't it? Harry Wilson,
he's been top.
mate. Who's up front?
I think a lot of people obviously say Haaland. But I'm gonna go for Igor Thiago. I think I think 18 goals is it for Brentford is actually insane.
Yeah,
He's been so good. I haven't seen much of Thiago, but when I have, he's just always on the score sheet. I think his hold up play, everything, his all round game is just good. But when it comes to his goal scoring, it's next level. And for Brentford, and God knows where Brentford would be without Igor Thiago. So, them strikers that come in from mid table teams and just take the league by storm. I think he's done that this season. I think I think he's outperformed Haaland. You can say obviously Haaland is a no brainer, but I just feel like because City's underperformed this season, you got to give a shining light to Igor Thiago. I think he's been sensational for Brentford.
yeah, and he's just got into the Brazilian squad as well, hasn't
Yeah,
he?
just yeah, I've seen it. Yeah,
Fair play to
deserved.
him. They were probably the team when I looked at the league table at the start of the season when new manager, Brentford will probably go down.
Yeah, yeah. I thought the exact
But
same thing.
now look at them. Fair play. Fair play.
Yeah,
Mate, great shout. Great team.
Yeah,
Great team.
I think I've done well. I definitely missed a few, but I think I've done well. That's a very good team.
Still got a few games left. We'll see what happens, but let's see. End of the season, that might
Yeah,
be the team of the season. I
yeah.
think it'll be pretty close. It's a
I'd say it'll be close to be fair. Yeah,
pretty good shout.
yeah.
Right, mate. There's a couple of other things. So, Premier League Player of the Year. Who are you going to go for Premier League Player of the Year so far?
Oh, it's a spicy one. Uh, I think it'll be unfair if it wasn't to given to an Arsenal player. Obviously, given that they will be eventual champions, hopefully. But for me, you could say Gabriel Rice, even David Rail. You could say Bruno, Igor Thiago. But for me, I think Saliba again. The Saliba prop, I think it just goes unnoticed. I think he's been so consistent, so good.
Player of the
Like
Year.
yeah, I'm
Wow.
taking it that next level. I think Saliba has been unbelievable. Genuinely, every time I watch him, he's like in every duel, he wins every ball. He never gets tackled. Like very rarely. I'm thinking of a very. I can think of strikers on my one hand that have given Saliba of tough time. I think he's just immense. He's colossal, and every game, every attacker that faces Saliba, I'm not. There's no nerves, or I just know Saliba's gonna win that ball back, sort of thing. So
Wow.
yeah, I think Saliba. That's how highly I think he's player of the year, generally for me.
Okay, mate. Okay, fair. Absolutely fair.
Yeah,
And
you weren't
who's
expecting
your?
that, were you?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't. To be honest, I wasn't. But it's good, mate.
No,
It's your opinion. I get it. Who's your young player of the year so far? Then
there's been a lot of standouts, but for me, I think Nico O'Reilly will get it for me. I can't think of many consistent performers. Like Nico O'Reilly, and I think he's 20. I think 2021. I'm not too sure, but yeah, coming from Man City and the fact that he's been playing out of position and he's been probably the best left back in the league. He's like I said, chipped in with goals, so consistent, so reliable. No wingers really give him a tough time. I think he deserves it. Like honestly, he's been really top.
and he's chipped in with a few goals as well. And
Yeah,
when we were talking about like Gabriel and Saliba and Gabriel getting the limelight, just those like getting a few goals just puts
yeah,
you in the limelight a little bit. And I
yeah,
think
yeah,
O'Reilly's
yeah,
been playing really well, but he's got a few goals as well,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that really does help sort of for his name. So, mate, some really good shouts there. I think Saliba's going to be one that people might be
yeah.
talking
That's
about.
definitely gonna throw a few people off.
But,
But
mate, absolutely fair play.
yeah.
Um, I'm going to go on to the next section now, where we've got just a little bit of quick fire. You ready? What is the best stadium that you've visited?
San Siro.
San Siro.
Yeah, I've been to San Siro, and
Wow.
my gosh, it is. I've never seen anything like it. Genuinely, I went to it was a Champions League game against Barcelona, and
Wow.
when Inter Milan scored, I couldn't hear myself think. It was insane. Like the atmosphere, it's proper football culture. Like, and I'm glad I've got to witness it before they obviously demolish it. But yeah, San Siro is top. It's generally unbelievable. I
Mate,
recommend it to any football fan. It's
that's
unbelievable.
wicked that you got there before they demolished it and stuff
Yeah,
as well,
yeah.
though. Mate, that is
Honestly,
history.
insane,
That
insane.
is history. I love that.
Yeah.
Mate, that's brilliant. Best football kit ever.
Ooh, best football kit ever.
Is there an Arsenal one that you like,
Oh,
gives you a bit of nostalgia?
bit of nostalgia. I think the obviously I wasn't alive to witness it, but the burgundy Arsenal kit with
Yeah.
the
Is it
gold O2.
O2?
That
Yeah.
was a proper kit. Um, best kit. I think the Netherlands ones back in the 80s. I can't remember. I can't put a finger on it, but that's a
Yeah.
good design. And the Germany ones of the 80s around there as well. I think those retro kits I love.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I'll take the Arsenal kit in I think it's 05 or 06. I'll say that kit is
Fair
unbelievable.
play. Yeah,
Yeah.
give me nightmares. Who was your childhood hero?
Ooh, it's a very niche one, but I was a big fan of Jack Wilshere. I absolutely adored that man. I think, bro, like he was obviously grew up in Arsenal, watching Arsenal, was a fan of them, playing in the academy and seeing him. play. I was so unfortunate with his injuries, but I had some emotional attachment to Jack Wilshere. I loved him so much. So he was definitely my hero back in the day when I was younger.
What a player he was.
Some footballer, wasn't he?
There was a game, I'm not sure if you remember it, I think it was against Barcelona
Oh yeah, ran the
years
show.
ago. And he
Yeah,
ran the game, but
yeah,
wasn't Xavi and Iniesta like playing in that
yeah,
game as well?
yeah. He's a joke. He's a joke. Ran the game, and he was like nine. I think he was like 19 at the time. So you could tell, like from there, like he's always had the talent and ability. He's just
Yeah.
he can never say fit, which is an unfortunate thing.
Such a shame on it. And he was involved in that Giroud, that crazy Giroud goal as well,
Yeah,
where like it's like ping, 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 ping,
yeah,
ping in
yeah,
the
yeah,
net.
yeah.
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 Mate, great shout. I love that. Um, who is your favourite current pro?
Santi Cazorla. He is. He's still playing.
Mate, he's still
Real,
playing.
yeah, Real Oviedo. I love that man so much.
Wow.
Even at Arsenal days when he obviously got injured, left to Villarreal and played in Saudi, I always had some connection with Cazorla. He's like, I love that man so much. Um, I wish he comes back at Arsenal as a coach or something because he's my favorite footballer. So obviously, I'm so glad to have him play in my club. The way he plays football, he's so underrated. So I feel like he's
Yeah,
like in a lot of people's eyes, no one mentions Cazorla. So yeah, I'm the biggest fan of Cazorla. Honestly, he's some footballer, and
I
I'm
love it.
surprised he's still playing to this day.
Mate, if I've seen some ex Arsenal players in interviews, and they always
Yeah,
talk about Cazorla,
yeah,
left
yeah,
foot, right foot. We talk about Semenyo. I think
yeah,
Cazorla was that guy where he was like, he'll take a corner and he'll go, nah, I fancy the other angle, and he'll just
yeah,
move to his other foot.
yeah.
Like that's crazy,
He's insane ability. Technically, he was a joke, man. What a footballer!
mate. What a shout that is! What a shout that is! Who's the best striker in the world?
It's a toss up between three. Obviously Haaland we mentioned before, Harry Kane and Mbappe. I feel like it's like generally it's you can split it with a coin. Like
Yeah,
they all have their different traits and why they are the best strikers in the world. But for me, I think I've watched Haaland more, and I think because he's a striker, he's more of a natural striker compared to the other two. I think Haaland, the way he scores goals, the way he's so hungry for scoring goals, and the records he's broken, and the fact that like he can have a bad game but still come with a hat trick sort of thing. I think Haaland he's superior. Obviously Mbappe, unbelievable. But he's just not an. I'm just tossing it down to if they're them being strikers, and obviously
yeah.
Mbappe more of naturally a winger. Harry Kane drops in a lot of the time, and I'd say you can arguably say he's more complete out of the other two strikers, Harry Kane. But I think Haaland, in terms of goal scoring, I think he's more likely to score a goal out of the three. So I think Haaland for me.
It's a big debate, right? And
Yeah,
I think the way that football is now, if you compare football now, compared to like the Henri, Drogba, those sort of days, you probably had more out and out strikers back in those days.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Number nines that will go up against the centre halves. You haven't got that as much these days, right? If you think
yeah.
about it, there's not many that you would say like elite strikers. But I'm
Mm,
sure that's going to be a debate that people will talk about. Fair play.
100%, 100%.
I think I know the answer to this one, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Best goalkeeper in the world.
Ooh, I think obviously I've got to continue what I said about David Raya. Obviously Donnarumma's a shout, Courtois, Alisson, even Joan Garcia from Barcelona. But I really want to say David Raya, but you can't look past Courtois. Like he is phenomenal. I've never seen a goalkeeper that wins you matches as much as Courtois. He can
Yeah,
single-handedly win your match from being in goal, and I don't think it's very rare to have that ability. Donnarumma also has a. You can say the same with David. I think David is more complete, but the biggest of stages, Courtois has proven it, and I think yeah, you can't look past Courtois.
I think it's a great shout, mate. Does
Yeah.
Raya start for Spain now? Because they've got some
I'm
top
surprised. I'm
goalkeepers,
surprised
haven't
he
they?
hasn't. I'm surprised he hasn't. Like he is the best Spanish keeper, and I've obviously with Spain they play with Unai Simon,
Yeah,
and he's been their regular keeper. But you've got to change it up. I think Raya's he's a lot more complete than Simon. I feel like it's about the time they change it. I think he's too good not to be Spain's number one.
Yeah, I mean they're banking some great goalkeepers in Spain at the moment.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and there's
Honestly,
us. We've got Jordan Pickford. There are some other goalkeepers that are like okay, but not to like that level.
oh yeah.
This will be the last question of the quick fire. One club you'd like to see back in the Premier League?
Ooh. Um, oh, that's a good one. Well, it's kind of so I'm almost cheating by saying this because I feel like they're most likely going up. But I think Coventry, um, purely because of what I've seen a couple years. I remember they played in the FA Cup against Man United, and I think it was a semi final. They played at Wembley, and I was watching the game and I was thinking, wow, they're really going toe to toe with Manchester United, and I was like, these lot are more than capable of playing Premier League football. And ever since then, I always had an eye on Coventry. Obviously, this season under Frank Lampard, they've been absolutely immense. So yeah, I'd love to see him in the Premier League, 100%.
Yeah, it'd be great, right? Because they had that financial problems years ago. They was in League One, and now they come
Yeah,
back up to the Championship. They
yeah,
look like they look very close, don't they? I
yeah,
think they've got
yeah,
a couple of wins under their belt. Frank Lampard's got them playing well.
yeah,
Be interesting what they do if they do get in the Premier League. Do they do a
yeah,
Sunderland and do a complete like
yeah,
overhaul, or do they try and keep the same team? I don't know. I think they struggle, but we'll
yeah.
see. Okay, mate. Right, brilliant. We're going to go to the last section. So the last section is football blackjack. So this is our game. So the rules are you have to pick four players, and like the game of blackjack, the card game, you're aiming for 21. Anything over 21, then you're bust. But
Okay,
there's a rule. So each of those four players needs to score at least one goal for you to be active, and only
okay,
active players can win.
okay.
So I'm going to give you a season, Premier League.
Yeah,
We're going to go for last season. You've got to pick four players, and you're collectively looking for 21 goals with all those four players. Let's see how you get on.
ooh. I could cheat and say someone scored 20 goals and then obviously, but I need to score. Someone needs to score at least one.
Yes, everyone
Last
needs to score
season,
at least one.
from last season, this oh, this is really this is really tough.
It's hard.
Um, oh, I'm trying to think who's been in with the goals. I'll go an Arsenal player. It's only right. I'll go for Martinelli.
Martinelli. Okay, so give me a
Martinelli.
sec.
I think.
So I will be nice. So what I'll do is I'll have a look and see what Martinelli's goals were, and I will tell you, and we can see how you get on
Okay,
from there.
see where we are.
Martinelli last season, 24 to 25, got 8 Premier League goals.
Oh, that's not a good start.
So you're on 8. Do you know he's only got one this year?
Yeah, he scored a lot of his goals in the Champions League. I'm very surprised. Oh, wow. He's got
That's
one.
one Premier League goal. So you're on 8. Martinelli, 8.
Okay. That's a big jump. So I want to try bring it back down. I think obviously centre backs are not scoring much goals. Last season, trying to think you've done well. Uh, Leicester City got relegated. Southampton got relegated. I know Howard Bellis scored. I'm gonna say Howard Bellis.
Harwood
Just keep,
Bellis.
let me
Let's
keep it
have a
low.
look.
I know
Let's have a
Howard
look.
Bellis scored. I want to keep it low so I can try even it out with the
Was
next
he
two.
at Southampton?
Yes.
Okay, let's have a look. Harwood Bellis. He got one goal.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Perfect.
So you're on 9.
Okay.
You're aiming for
Um,
21.
I wanna try and make a bigger jump. I'm gonna say Marcus Rashford
Chris Rashford.
scored a couple for United and Villa.
He was at Villa as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I forgot he was there, at Villa.
Mm.
Chris Rashford.
See, that's not a lot.
6.
Okay.
So you're on 15.
Ooh, it's getting a bit tight now. Oh, So I'm on 16. I need 5 goals. So I need a player who hasn't scored many.
You're on 15. You're on 15.
15.
15.
Okay.
It was Martinelli was 8. Roberto was 1.
Yeah.
And then you've just got 6 from Rashford. So
I'll
you're on
go
15.
with Doku.
Doku.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that, I'll be honest.
I think I've gone over. I might just got over. I'm not too sure.
I think you're going to be surprised.
I don't think he scored many last season. He scored a few, but I don't think he scored much.
He got 3.
Okay. Okay.
So
Ooh.
that's not a bad score. So you're
It's
on
not bad.
18.
Yeah, it's not
18.
bad. Um, I wanted to try and make a bigger jump, but I wanted to try. I thought he would have got 5, 6, but I was 3 off. I was
Not
3 off.
That's a pretty good score. That's not bad.
Bad.
The last couple of years when we've run it, the winner's been 20 and 21
Okay.
each time. So it's
Okay.
pretty good. Um, well done, mate. Yeah, everyone has a different strategy. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
try and go for like roughly around 5 per player. It's not worked out for me this year. I'm
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
12.
Yeah.
But people like last year, people had Rodri. He got a
Oh
big
yeah.
injury.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That makes sense.
You're
But
done.
yeah. Yeah. As he, what does it count? Because he needs to score a goal. You don't think he scored a goal last season, did he?
No, exactly. So most of those people were out.
Yeah. That makes
It's
sense.
you've done really well. Well, look, mate, it's been a pleasure.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
coming on and sharing your football knowledge. You've got great football knowledge as well, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you very
And
much.
let's see at the end of the season, is Saliba going to be holding that trophy?
I hope and pray because if he does, I'll be the first person to make a video about it. Honestly,
Your
he
mates are going
deserves
to
it,
get
man.
you.
Yeah, I hope he gets it, man. Honestly, but yeah, no, I
Mate,
thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you
no
for having me
worries. Thanks,
once
Carm.
again.
Thanks. Speak soon.
Thank you very much.